Hey guys, as you can see, I'm out here in Mount Shasta. Amazing place. It's a beautiful place. So I'm making this video because I just felt really inspired to. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains. There's no people. There's no... It's so nice. It's just ineffable. Peaceful doesn't even do it justice. The energy here is awesome. I love it. I had a great day today. I woke up, I did 100 burpees, 5 sets of 20. I did some yoga, which my body needed desperately. I drank some coffee. I practiced some martial arts. I did a little meditation. And I got done reading this book that I've been reading. It's just an awesome book. Really glad that I was able to pick that up. 50th Law by Robert Greene. Wow. Powerful book. I definitely recommend it. You know, and I'm just sitting here and I'm so relaxed. I'm just so at one with the environment here, with the mountains and the trees and the energy here. So much happier, so much freer. When I think about how important it is for man to get back in touch with nature, because we're so out of touch with nature. We're so out of touch. We're so out of touch, we're living in this artificial world with artificial lights, and we can't even go outside to take a walk because there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. The beach, there's a million fucking people there. They're screaming. Just to get there is a fucking skyrockets your blood pressure because you got to go through all this traffic. And when you come here, it's just, you're just in a different fucking mindset. And I love it. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to do this a little more efficiently, but you're just gonna have to fucking bear with me here. This is the key to happiness. For me, at least. I don't try to push anything on anybody. I just don't think that yachts and private jets and fast cars like this to me is more valuable than any of that bullshit. Right here, just being in nature, spending some beautiful time alone, getting deep with my thoughts, getting deep with myself, really reflecting upon things I want to do in my life, where things are coming from, why I believe what I believe, what's true to me, what's not. Only you get this when you're in nature. And you're not distracted by the multitude of extraneous bullshit that's being thrown at us. And you can just tune into yourself. Tune into your highest frequency. Already some really creative things for business has popped up into my mind since I've been here. some like other streams of income that I'm going to start to pursue. So it's just, I believe being intentional about traveling is important. Don't just go to some fucking, some resort. I mean, those are cool too. But I really like going places solo. Places that are in nature, like California, Peru, Hawaii, Vermont is another one on my list. A lot of places on my list. Montana. A lot of places. Definitely Vermont, I think, is the next little journey that I'm going to go to. But I'm really enjoying myself here in Mount Shasta. This place is... The energy here is just so fucking good. It's so fucking good. And it's such a contrast to the fast-paced, just fake, just stress that's just ubiquitous in Florida, especially with the type of trash it's just outpouring there from all over the country and other places all over the world, really. It just seems like there's a certain type of people that are attracted to it there. And there's good people too. I mean, there's great people there. There's great people everywhere, but it doesn't offer me what I need. It doesn't offer me the kind of peace and contentment and access to nature and oneness that this place does. And that's what I'm really searching for. That's what I really want in my life. More of this. More peace. But you have to give something to get something. They say in jiu-jitsu, you have to give something to get something. Sometimes you have to give up something to get something too. Sometimes you have to give up chasing the pleasures of modernity that aren't really pleasurable anyways. The chasing the pussy, chasing the fancy cars, chasing the toys, chasing basically. Oh wow, these are already getting worn. Wow. When you do anything for the approval of somebody else, you're a fucking slave, because you're enslaved to them validating you. And guys, that's not a place you want to be. All right. I want what makes me feel the way I'm feeling right now. And that's this place, or places like this, right? But in order to experience that and to know that, you have to be drawn to a place like this. And the only way to be drawn to a place like this is not to get drowned. That's going to get drowned out if you're constantly, consuming, a lot of the shit that I've consumed, that I know you guys have too, the Andrew Tates, the Justin Wallers. Not saying that anything's bad about them, not saying that they don't have a ton of good value, but this, you got to drive this car, you got to have this amount of money. I'm all about freedom, and money does play into that, but there's the spiritual side too, and there's the authentic side too that's often gets lost in all that of just conquering and accumulating and competing. It's like, you kind of have to ask yourself, for what at the end of the day? And then when you start to realize that, I want other people to be happy too. I want other people to be free as well, because if they're not, and I've got all this money, all this status, and all this wealth, and I just build a citadel around myself, then I'm encapsulating myself. I'm sequestering myself. I'm living in fear. I'm living in constant fear that someone's going to try to take what I have. So, I don't want my fellow man to not have a good life. I want him to have a good life too, because it breeds harmony between all of us. So that's really important, and that's something that you see in nature. Every animal has has a role to fill in that ecosystem, right? And like they all need each other to have balance, to have, you know, some homeostasis of an environment, right? So, but like if one animal gets too greedy, or, you know, if the wolves start killing way too many deer than they need, then there's no more deer. Now there's no more food. And then there's no deer to eat the grass. So the grass grows out of control. And now, like, you know, there's all these rodents that are destroying all the crops, and it just goes on and on and on. And so what we learn is what's really fucking important. It's peace. It's this. Peace, silence, tranquility. That's what I want. I want as much of this as possible, because all that other shit is just noise. The Wes Watsons, oh, look at me in my yacht, look at me in my boat, look at me in my jet, look at me, I don't care. Look at me and all my tattoos. Look at me, validate me, tell me how great I am, tell me how great I am. I can build you up. Buy my program. I can make you like me. I can make you just like me. If that's what it's attractive to, then go do it. Then, you know, but it ain't attractive to me. It just sounds like a whole bunch of, it's like going after just things that won't really fulfill you. I'm not advocating poverty. I'm not advocating mediocrity. I'm not advocating average. I'm advocating choose wiser things that give you more long-lasting happiness and peace in relationships and contentment and health than just a bunch of vanity. Right? And then constantly, because the only reason to do something for vanity is to get the attention of others. So then you're enslaved to them validating you, like I said before. Hope this was fucking useful. I'm out.